Hi everyone, Dr. Suneel Dhand, internal medicine physician. Welcome to another video. We have a pandemic out there of many illnesses, specifically with regards to metabolic health dysfunction. This is my area of expertise. And we don't talk about these conditions anywhere nearly enough as we should be talking about them. One such condition is fatty liver disease. Fatty liver disease. This condition is absolutely exploding and it's leading to disastrous health consequences. I'll talk more about that in a moment. But it's nice to know that our medical establishments all over the world are on top of things. They are always focused on the root causes. They're trying to fix problems and they're trying to really help people by asking all the right questions and allocating resources to the right areas. I am, of course, being completely sarcastic. That is not the case, and it hasn't been the case for a very long time, because our medical establishments absolutely everywhere, all over the world, are utterly useless in so many regards, and they never focus on what really matters. Let me share with you what they have been focusing on, allocating scarce resources on when it comes to fatty liver disease. Take a look at this. So here we have a publication on the American Association for the Study of Liver Diseases website. Multinational liver societies announce new fatty liver disease nomenclature that is affirmative and non-stigmatizing. Affirmative and non-stigmatizing, hey? What exactly did they do? Well, there was some big meeting, a Liver Congress 2023, and they had leaders from all across the world. American Association for the Study of Liver Diseases, wouldn't surprise me if they initiated everything, because a lot of this starts in America. You also had the European Association for the Study of the Liver, and various different experts, and they decided that the new name should be steatotic liver disease, SLD. Well, that's just great, isn't it? Jolly good that our top medical societies, organizations are so focused on what really matters. And I read a number of articles actually about how long it took them to come up with this name. There was intense debate. They went back and forth. They spent so much time, so many resources to come up with this new name for fatty liver disease. So let's just scrap the old name, which was actually very descriptive, but it's been in use for decades. And let's come up with this new name to help people feel better. Now, this isn't really a surprise. This mentality, this way of thinking is absolutely everywhere. It is ubiquitous across the board of our top medical leadership. This is, of course, classic woke mentality in action, and it is everywhere right now. It should have no place in healthcare and medicine and science, and here you go with a classic example. It's a complete and utter clown world. So let's focus for a moment on what fatty liver disease is. In a nutshell, as the name suggests, it is abnormal deposition of fat within the liver. It shouldn't be there. It didn't really exist a few decades ago. It was very rare. Latest estimates suggest that 1 in 3 Americans has fatty liver disease. The United Kingdom is not far off, and I actually think that it's probably more than 1 in 3 Americans right now. And sadly, this disease is also exploding in children. We never used to see fatty liver disease in children and adolescents. It is a disaster, and it's a problem for many reasons because it will lead to disastrous health consequences. And of course, the problem is way upstream, and we're not focused on that at all. The root causes. Medical establishments never want to talk about root causes. It's not profitable enough, at least in the United States. So what is the root cause of it? Well, if we focus on what fatty liver disease is, the liver has become overwhelmed. The cells in the liver can no longer cope anymore. It's one of the most metabolically active organs in the whole body. So many processes, chemical processes occur in the liver, and those liver cells, which were so beautifully designed, can no longer cope with what they're having to process. The cells in the liver in the perfectly designed body were literally crying out for help for years and years, probably even before the fatty deposits occurred. So many different pathologies occur, oxidative stress, etc., which I talked about in a previous video just this week actually, but the cells in the liver can't cope anymore and it leads to deposition of fat. through many processes, including de novo lipogenesis, which we'll talk more about in the future, but I want to keep this as focused as possible. So your liver is overwhelmed. Why has this happened? Why is this happening in so many people? Well, you guessed it. You know what I'm about to say as a doctor whose specialty is lifestyle medicine and metabolic health. It has happened because of an upstream problem. We are putting into our guts, we are eating terrible foods that our grandparents and great-grandparents never used to eat, ultra-processed foods, high in sugars, other fake substances, refined carbohydrates, packing all of this bad food into our gut, and our liver has no idea what to do. And when fat deposition occurs, that leads to other disastrous consequences down the line. It goes with other metabolic diseases, including type 2 diabetes, other inflammatory disorders, but the problem rests with what people are eating. Terrible, horrible lifestyles. And instead of our medical establishments really focusing on that and having massive campaigns like they did with tobacco and smoking, they didn't simply say that we have a smoker, we will tell people that they can take an injection or we'll put filters into their lungs. No, we told people to stop smoking, and that is how we moved the needle. But it's not happening right now with all of the problems we are seeing as a result of our terrible diets. The only solution is to eat real food, as I've said many times before. Fatty liver disease is not normal by any stretch of the imagination. It's certainly not normal in children. What we're seeing now is every year the rates of fatty liver disease are soaring. People are getting sicker, more diseases are occurring, and of course we know what the end result is. Year by year, profits for medicine keep going up. Take a look at this. Here we have an article in Reuters from a couple of months ago. A new drug showed success in a mid-stage study, and they were very excited because shares were 30% higher. That's what this is really all about, making money from the metabolic health disaster, but never trying to help people fix the problem in the first place. But let's get back to the main story here, this change in name of fatty liver disease that our authorities are so proud of. They're so happy, they're so thrilled with their own intelligence. Whoopee-doo, we've changed the name. We've helped ourselves feel a little bit better. This, of course, goes hand in hand with woke mentality, which is absolutely everywhere right now. And it feeds into corporate interests. Corporate interests love woke mentality. They want useful idiots who are focused on things that don't matter so that they can keep getting richer and richer. And that describes our current medical establishments to a T. They are useful idiots for corporate interests. And wokeism, woke mentality in medicine is doing so much damage because it ensures that we will never fix any problems at all. Instead, we will get headlines like this where we're so happy that we've changed the name of an illness to help people, some people, probably 3 people in the whole world, feel a little bit better. This is complete clown world. It's everywhere. We need a complete revolution in healthcare and medicine. We need to throw people who are in charge right now out, never have them return. We need the right people in charge who are going to work on actually fixing problems and helping people. But the longer this continues, the more people just keep getting sick and the more profits are generated. Thanks everyone for listening. Let me know your thoughts down below. Check out my online academy and my Uncensored platform. Those links are down below. Remember, huge swathes of healthcare and medicine are completely and utterly corrupt. And one of the best things you can do for your health and your family's health is make the right decisions every single day. You can do it. You do not have to become a number. You do not have to become a statistic or a recurrent customer of the medical industrial complex. Hit the like button if you like this video and the bell button for more similar videos in the future. We will talk again very soon.